Center, 7 foot, number 40, Ivica Zubac. At the point, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 11, John Wall. At guard, 6'3", number 24, Norman Powell. At small forward, standing 6'8", number 13, Paul George. At forward, 6'7", number 2, Kawhi Leonard. The head coach for your LA Clippers, Tyronn Lue. Once again, your LA.
Now the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Well, Commissioner Adam Silver has a history lesson for those who would tell players to shut up and dribble. He says in 1963, Bill Russell was MVP, won a title, and stood on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial for Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech. There is a through line that exists directly from Russell to our modern players. Kevin?
That's a great story, DA. Thanks. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Rozier on the wing along with Hayward. Plumlee out there with Bridges, and it's Ball in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, out on the wings for him, Powell and George. Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot.
For the Hornets, they have the memory of 2 straight play-in game losses hanging over their heads. That's a tough way to end any season. It should be fuel and motivation for them. Here we go.
So the Clippers win the tip. Pass to Powell. Back to Wall. Shoots over Ball. Here's Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Clark, do you think losing a play-in game 2 years in a row has a lasting effect?
Oh, I think it definitely does, Kevin. Has to leave a bad taste in your mouth. To come so close to being part of the playoffs like the Hornets have is tough to handle and swallow. But it also, on the flip side, can serve as great motivation.
Shot clock at 2. The shot by George, no good. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. Hayward outside. Back to Ball. It's up a 3. They grab their own miss. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight for Los Angeles. They've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now the pass to Leonard. Outside, George. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Wall, no luck. Hornets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Ball. Down the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
You know, because Ball is so skilled, defenders try to get physical with him, rough him up a bit, but it doesn't faze him. That rarely works against Ball.
And good that time.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And it's good, 2 points.
You know, it's not everybody's favorite shot. It's a little harder than people think, that mid-range jumper. But Gordon Hayward, he's confident in that stroke.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
Fans
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
You know, Greg, we know to win at the highest level, you need your star players to show up in the big games. With that in mind, what's the key?
You know, it's their will and their ability to fight. If you look at the great ones, even when things haven't gone their way, they continue to scratch and claw and do everything in their power to try and get the W.
On the court for the Hornets, the forwards are Hayward and Washington. Oubre out there with Terry Rozier. And it's Williams at the 5. Now, here is George. Great open look there.
You know, after averaging just 1 assist per game as a rookie, George has really upgraded his passing game.
Well, in spite of the critics and the injuries, Paul George continues to produce one of the league's truly elite players.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, you may not know this, but Gordon Hayward was a 2-time Indiana State singles champion in tennis. He says, in high school, I was better at tennis than basketball, but I've always loved hoops more. Thankfully, I was able to grow throughout high school to get to the frame I have now. He has certainly filled out in the NBA. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, he sure has. He's been a terrific player to watch and follow. The injury is significant, but he continues on. David, thanks. And here is Rozier. After Paul George getting his 3 to go. Williams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
First one falls for him. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Leonard, he's checked in for Robert Covington. Amir Coffey comes in for George. Norman Powell's checked in for Mann. And John Wall's subbed in for Reggie Jackson. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Washington. McDaniels comes in for Gordon Hayward. Martin's checked in for Oubre. And Ball subbed in for Terry Rozier. And he makes the first but misses the second. Here's Powell. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Powell's got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
And you love seeing that great mobile one drive a second time.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack. Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough. Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
Bridges passes the ball. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 1. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Here with Ty Lue. Good rhythm for your offense in the first half. What did you like about the start?
Moving the basketball, taking the right shot, making the right play. We make the extra pass, we're a tough team to beat.
And you were sure tough in the first half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. They were slightly better in the second. Not a big difference between these two. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
There's been a ton of energy in this building tonight. And the way this one's going, they're going to need the energy down the stretch. It's a tight ball game, and their fans know how to give them a lift when they need it.
And big fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, I'll tell you what I saw in the first half, Ernie. 3 things. Soft defense, not enough pressure, but they can still win this game. They need to ramp it up. Was that 2 or 3? Doesn't matter. You understand, Ernie.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And check out who's coming on to the
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance so far by LaMelo Ball.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
The Hornets trail. For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there, and I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Down in the block, it'll be Kawhi next to Zubac. Wall and Powell are the guard set, and it's George at the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Ball kicks to Hayward. Pass to Plumlee. Bridges trying to free himself up. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Plumlee.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
They had a nice score that came from just attacking the rim. Huge play in this hotly contested game.
Now, here's George. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. Rozier against Powell. Hayward kicks to Rozier. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The lead is 2. That one goes in.
Boy, a nice show of strength that time from Paul George, absorbing the hit and still carving out space to get the shot to go down.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
You know, success at the line just became contagious for them. A few guys got on a roll, and it carried over to the rest of the team.
That's good from George. For Charlotte, they might be the most electric team, Clark, in the NBA. Young and very exciting.
Yeah, I agree, Kevin. I mean, they're extremely potent, and they are exciting to watch. LaMelo Ball, man, he can do just about everything. The Hornets, a lot of fun to watch for sure.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Reggie Jackson at the strike, taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
He doesn't get the second one. Hornets trailed by 4. In the corner, it's Oubre. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Hornets have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
2 shots.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Oubre. Here's Jackson. That will count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers lead by 2. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the 4th. Bridges and Washington are manning the post position. Terry Rozier is out there with Kelly Oubre, and it's Hayward in at the small forward position. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. All taking his time here. Leonard on the wing. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Leonard's got his first points in this one.
Well, that's an easy pass for John Wall to make. As soon as he spots his teammate wide open, he's dropping that dime on time and on target.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
And that's the kind of effort that it takes down the stretch, going all out for that clutch bucket.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Leonard, and he comes up with the deuce.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
So Rozier will bring it up for Charlotte. This is a Hayward. Good on the bucket.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And that high release point on Leonard's shot makes that mid-range jumper tough to contest.
And the Hornets call time here. They're trailing by 6. There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. present our New Balance Player of the Game, LaMelo Ball.
Yeah, you know, he kept out-dueling the defense over and over. No matter how hard they worked to keep up with him, it didn't faze him. His shooting percentage clearly reflects how unstoppable he was.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Paul George and Premier Crawford. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, guys, I had the chance to find out what Steve Clifford talked about with his players. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. See what they can do, Kevin.
Thank you, David. So they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Clippers, Paul George. At the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Ball. Kept alive. And the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, I tell you, there's nothing more impressive than seeing a young player keeping his composure in a high-stakes, big-league situation.
And an intentional foul right there.
Third team foul. At the line for L.A., John Wall. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Well, there's no denying it. When Wall is healthy, he is still a major threat in this league. I mean, he's lightning quick as a point guard, and he has tremendous defensive instincts.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. And the Hornets call time here. They're trailing by 8. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Into the lane. Lays it up off the glass.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Nick Richards. First personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for L.A., Reggie Jackson at the stripe. At the line for 2.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's an 8-point game. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Paul George. Here's Wall. So the Clippers with the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Kawhi, how satisfied are you with your team's performance tonight in this win?
We did a great job tonight. You know, we got to come in every game with the defensive hat on first, and we did that tonight. We made shots, and we ended up winning the game.
You took it to them when it mattered, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.